Yo, what is good? Straight up Tennessee family. Happy Monday. It is officially the Who is Kent State episode. Y'all know how I feel when we have to talk about trash teams like Kent State. I don't care. None of us truly care about this opponent. However, we want to always bring you what we found. Me and C2 were literally talking right before I hit go live. We couldn't find anything positive to say about the Kent State Golden Flashes. We could not find anything to say. However, I do have a scout on Kent State and what they will bring into Knoxville on Saturday at 7:45 Eastern time. It's going to be a fun show tonight. We'll look back again to NC State, get some of C2's thoughts because we did not get to talk with C2 after that first game. We did not get to talk to C2 after the NC State game on Sunday. So we'll have an opportunity to get his thoughts on what he thinks this Tennessee football team is truly made of. It's going to be a night, man. I can't wait. And then y'all know how we end the Monday show. It's all about the early in the week projections. I'm expecting the wildest projections, okay? The line is already 48. So I'm expecting all of y'all to drop the craziest projections I think I've ever seen in the history of Straight Up Tennessee. You already know what it is, man. It's the Who is Kent State show, a.k.a. the Monday Rundown. It's your boy Ruck in the building. Got my guy C2 with me. You already know what to do, man. Let's get it rolling. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby.
First play, second quarter, touchdown Tennessee. That throw's intercepted. Pierce down the sideline. Touchdown.
What up, Straight Up Tennessee? It's your boy Ruck in the building. Got my guy C2 with me on a Monday. Y'all know what to do,
what
man.
Up?
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification right now so you never miss an episode. Tonight, we live, man. I'm excited for tonight, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. It's going to be a fun night. Like I said, we're going to talk all about the Kent State Flashes. Early in the show, we'll dive into how we always do. We're going to talk about Heupel's press conference from today. Holden Stays, Bryson Eason, and the Squirrel White met with the media as well. Kind of talk a little bit about their comments, but really get to also hear about what C2 thought about that game Saturday, and then we'll wrap up with our early in the week predictions. But before we dive in, C2, let's see who's in the chat. Adrian's in the building. He says, your little clouts here says, yo, what it do? Straight up fam. Dylan said, belt to ... We know what that means. Shout out to the boy Adrian dropping the $10 super chat. That's my brother, always dropping the money. Dylan Elam says B2A is the new we gonna whoop that. Yeah, it is.
It really is.
100%. Lil Clout says, I heard Flash the Golden Eagle can't even fly.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well, because them numbers that they putting up ain't flying either.
Given their yards per game, it doesn't surprise me.
Look, this is what Adrian does. Adrian don't never follow the rules. But when you come in here and you drop all this cash, bro, you can do what you want to do. 72-10. He giving them 10, man. I don't see 10 points in their radar. They scored 17 points against St. Francis. Who is St. Francis, Corey? We'll come back to it in a minute. Dylan Elam says, we definitely cracking 70. I don't think they can score 10, though. I agree. And then my man Noah James says, got to take it one game at a time. See, Noah, you are me. I'm the guy that I'm looking ahead to Oklahoma, but I'm understanding, like, anything can happen. And I know there's no way in absolute crap that Tennessee's losing this game Saturday. There's no way. But anything can happen and it can be sloppy. And that's the thing that we don't need to see. We don't need to see sloppiness.
Nope.
We need solid playing. Lil Clout says they're not getting more than 3, if that. I hope so. I really do hope so. C2, what's up, Brody? It's Monday. How you feeling, bro?
I mean, there's no other way to be feeling but amazing after that Saturday performance. That B2A whooping we put on the Wolfpack sent them yelping, running back home.
Boy, it was it was something serious. I've never seen a team in Tennessee have a C-like performance on offense and beat somebody that was ranked, people. Ranked. This ain't a team that was just, they out of the top 25. Hey, they're supposed to be good in the ACC. No. They were ranked and in the ACC and got absolutely obliterated on live national television on prime time in their backyard. Anybody can say what they say, neutral site, yada. That's an NC State home game, bro. And they got 100%. Embarrassed.
And they were talking all week about their Lord and Savior, Grayson McCall, coming in from the Sun Belt, who was going to come in and lead them to victory. I told y'all Grayson McCall wasn't going to do anything. I don't care about the Sun Belt. If the best team you played was App State and you come in against this defensive front seven, you are going to get destroyed like Grayson McCall got destroyed.
It's facts. My man Aaron Duck, shout out to Aaron. He says they have fans taking snaps by the fourth quarter. Golly. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Noah said me and C2 called that whooping. Y'all
Respect,
did.
Noah. Respect.
Definitely did. Dylan said I might be able to roll out there for Kent State Saturday. I still got some eligibility. Strap up, Dylan. Dylan Elam, number one quarterback. Yeah, they gonna need you, dog. They gonna need you. Dylan also says McCall's hands were shaking from the first snap. Dude, did you see it? Did you actually go back? I went back and watched the replay. The man's hands were literally shaking. I got a special person joining the show too. What's up?
Yo.
Good to see you, my brother. Trying to get this to work. You know why? Here we go. Boom. There we are.
There it is.
There it is.
What's up, everybody? I got the boys here with me. But we're just still talking about how Tennessee handled business on Saturday.
It was beautiful.
It was great to see. It was great to win by 41, and defense played like C grade. To be honest,
defense played an A.
Offense.
That's what I mean. Offense.
Offense.
I owe the defense an apology because I thought they were going to give up 24 points. I am so sorry. Please don't come after me the way you came after Grayson. I know better for this week. Trust me.
Fact.
Hey, Chris is in the building. What's up, my man? He says, get there early for the tailgate, Ruck and Turner. I won't be there. Turn will, though.
I will be there.
I won't be there because I am not in Knoxville this week. Lil Clout says, big turn. Adrian says, what's up, bro? And Dylan Elam says, it ain't straight up Tennessee if Turner ain't at least 10 minutes late. No, let me just tell you what happens with Turner. Turn knows we do the show the same time every week, but every week he asks me what time is the show. Every week.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I thought it was 8:30. I ain't gonna lie.
Every week. But y'all, let's talk about this real quick. Heupel met with the media. Did y'all see the post-game presser with Heupel? Did y'all actually watch after the game? They had Nico, they had Dylan Sampson, they had Omari Thomas, they had a couple of guys, but they do Heupel's big press conference after the game. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it while I was at work today.
Adam Sparks is the worst media person that Tennessee could possibly have. And I'm pretty sure he's with the Knoxville News Sentinel. I'm pretty sure he is. He is only searching for like headlines, bro. He's asking questions. And y'all seen the clip surfacing. I'm sure everybody's seen the clip surfacing when Josh Heupel responds and says, this defense, Tennessee is going to be known for elite defense. This is the house of Reggie White, Al Wilson, Eric Berry, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and watch that whole clip, it was Adam Sparks who pissed him off in that moment. He pissed him off so bad that he had to remind him, no. Because what happened was he answered the first question and he said, somebody else started to ask Heupel the question. And then he responds and says, hold on real quick. And I need to let you know, talking to Adam, he said, I need to let you know, Tennessee is meant for elite defense. This is the house, and he goes on the spiel. He put Adam Sparks in his place, and I guarantee you, we ain't gonna hear nothing else crazy out of this man's mouth after that moment. I'm serious. That was the craziest. He was so mad, dude. Like, if you look at his face, he was like lit up, like, yeah, he made some mistakes. And he said, hold on. And then he like fired off on him. I was like, that's my coach, bro. That's my coach.
Well, you know what you're gonna get out of you know what you're gonna get out of Heupel out of a press conference. He says the same exact things every press conference.
I know every team has to deal with people asking dumb questions. I don't know if this was the post game yesterday or if it was his presser or post game from Saturday or his presser from today. But someone asked him about how what he thinks about, like, outside of this building, people calling it like an air raid offense, but our Russian game's been good. Like, it hasn't been for years. Mm-hmm. He was so annoyed by that question. He was like, oh, that's ridiculous to me. Our Russian
he had to remind him, bro, because I'm pretty sure that's the same when he responded and said, we've been everywhere we've been, we've run the football well.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about UCF everywhere. He's like, he's like, this is almost insulting, right? That you have the audacity to ask about his rushing offense. That's crazy, bro.
He's crazy. Getting tried more by our press than he has been by any of the defenses we've faced so far.
I'm not kidding.
Really?
Not kidding. Let's talk about what he had to say today. The first question that they basically bring up to him quickly, it wasn't anything wild, but guess who asked the question? Guess who asked the question? It was only Adam freaking Sparks. And he basically asked, does Tennessee continue? Is Tennessee going to be conservative in play calling with a young quarterback in Nico Iamaleava?
I feel like you know the answer to that question. If you
Did
watch
y'all
the games,
see any conservative calls on Saturday?
Mm-mm.
No, they were dropping 8 and we were still trying to bomb it. That's the opposite of conservative.
You know how conservative we were? We were so conservative that Nico threw a pick, and then the very next drive, he threw the same exact route. The same exact play we ran. That's how conservative we were. We were like, no, big fella, go ahead. Listen, you throw the pick, let's regroup. Let's run the same play again. And then he hit squirrel down the sideline. So Adam Sparks, I have issues with Adam. But Heupel responds and says, I think his body language, demeanor, his composure leads you to believe that he's going to go play the next play independently. You remember post-game, he said his dad taught him from a young age, bro, you make a mistake, you snap it clear, it's on to the next play.
Yeah.
We saw that in the flesh, man. Like, we really saw that happen.
I think you did too.
And I think that gave me more confidence in this entire flow of the season. Obviously, we got another trash team this week, which we'll talk about Kent State in literally about 3 or 4 minutes. But it just leads me to believe that in 2 weeks, it's a party at 7:30 in Norman. It's a party. It's about to be something crazy. And we'll talk about it. We'll preview it because we can. We ain't the players. I don't care about this game this week. Let's just be real. I don't care. But we're going to have a good time. We're going to eat. We're going to laugh and have a good time and watch us do our thing. But one of the other questions that I thought that was really actually a good question, Heupel answered it this way. The question was basically, how much does he balance showing his excitement and not showing it? Y'all seen the clip, the gif, when Hype's like on the sideline, just And he responds and says, I'm still a kid at heart.
It's great, man. I love it.
Like, y'all.
I love it.
He not only does he think he's like a kid, right? But at the same time, he is still in love with the game of football. Like, he's playing. And that emotion shows. Like, I think back to when we beat Alabama in 22. The man couldn't stop smiling from the last part of the game till the locker room. He's smiling with cigars in his mouth, like turned up, right? And you see that in him, man. Like, he knows when a play is money. He knows when something's going to work. And when it does, he celebrates. And I think that is why we have four-star guys, 5-star guys who continue to come and call Tennessee home for real.
Well, players feed off that too, man. And what he said too, he said, man, football's a game where you got to have fun. If you're not having fun, I mean, there's no point in doing it. He said, we do that every day at practice. We want to go out there. We want to have fun. You know what I mean?
And I remember when he first got here and they were doing like team building stuff, like think they like played kickball one time and were doing stuff like that. And there were people in the media and fans who were trashing him for it, but they didn't understand that our culture was so bad at that point and so down at that point that you had to come in and do something to build some sort of fun into the game.
Yeah, it was terrible. We didn't have culture. You know what I mean? Like Jeremy Pruitt put our program in such a bad place that when Heupel came in, it seemed like all we were doing was just having fun and not practicing football, when really we were building this chemistry so that we could practice football, right? And it's just amazing to see him doing what he does. Let's see what the chat's going on. See what the chat's talking about before we hop into the Kent State scout real quick. He says Nico bounced back so well after those 2 mistakes. Absolutely. Dylan says, I'm convinced Adam Sparks only played tennis in school. Chris says, so me and Pops were talking. We could possibly put up 50 the first 4 weeks of the season. Dang.
We put up 50.
I haven't thought about that. If we put 50 on Oklahoma State, on Oklahoma's head.
At their house.
That'd be some stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I hope it's like I hope it's like a LSU game.
Bro, if we put 50, if we really put 50 on their head, do y'all understand what kind of insane commotion is going to be happening? Not just in Knoxville, but I think that's going to put ripples in the SEC. Like, hold up, man. I don't want to go to Knoxville. I don't want to go there. I don't want to see what they have. Clout says, when are we getting D-Samp back on the show? That boy has been showing out. You know, Clout, I think that we had our shot already.
D-Samp made 2. He is RB1 now.
He is now that guy, and we still got a great relationship. I'll hit him on Instagram every now and then, and we still chop it up every now and then. It's never like a full conversation or anything, but he still knows who Straight Up Tennessee is. And right now, I need my boy Sale. Clip this right here. D-Sam, let's get back on the show. Off season, whatever we got to do, bro. Hop back in here with us, man. You already know what it is, Brody. Lil Clown says, place to bet on Tennessee to win the SEC today. I don't want to know how much money you put on that. Noah James says, I love seeing him get pumped. Yeah, it's so dope seeing your head coach into the game. Clout says, this team knows how to have good combo of discipline and fun. Dylan says, that's what recruits want to see. They don't want a coach that's a dictator. In parentheses, he says Jeremy Pruitt. And they don't want a used car salesman in Butch Jones. They want someone who cares and celebrates the success. I don't know exactly what you meant there. Something though, but I'm feeling you there. Let's take a second and answer this, y'all, before we dive into the Kent State scout. Noah James on YouTube says, guys, honest question. Is this a championship winning team? C2, let's go to you first. I need you to give me your, I guess, your visual or your diagnostics or your view. Can this team win championships with an S?
I see us definitely as a contender next year. And if Nico continues to progress this year, there's, even at this point, really, there's only 2 teams that we could go up against that I view us as like an actual underdog against. And that would be Georgia or Texas right now. They both have just been pretty complete. Georgia hasn't looked great, but they never really look great when they're playing against bad opponents. They always kick their game up when they're playing against somebody good. So those are the only 2 teams in the nation. And even then, I think we have a chance to win those games. I'm not saying we're the level of underdog is like we're going up against this week. But every other team in the nation, I could see us going toe-to-toe with and even being favored against, especially if it's at home. So I think it depends largely on where we end up ranked at the end of the season. If we get a home game or 2, it's on.
What about you, Turn?
Man, you know, I'm going to sit here and hot take right here. I personally think Man, it's so hard. Is this a championship winning team? I want to say, call me crazy here, whatever. If Nico can, I'm not saying Nico don't have it figured out, but if Nico can keep progressing and getting better, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, I don't think we're there yet, because I don't think we're going to get a defense as good as our defense is right now for a couple of years, especially in the front seven. So what I'm saying by that, like if we, I'm gonna say, if we was to win a championship this year, we're not going to win the SEC. I think we get in. If we're going to win the championship, we're going to be a 5, 6, maybe 7 seed, and we're going to get there. I don't think we win the SEC though. I think we can. I think this can be a championship team, but I think for it to be a championship game, this might sound elementary, but our defense and offense have to both be A's. It's been so opposite the past couple of years. You know, the Hendon Hooker year, offense A+, defense D. You know, last year it was like really like BC, somewhere right in there. You know, maybe CC to be honest with you. But like this year, if our defense can keep playing A, and Nico can keep progressing, and we get AA, I mean, put us up against anybody. I'd take it.
You know, I hesitate to say really anything yet. I think we can be. I don't think we are right now. Like if you told me, hey, you got to go play Texas next week, I don't feel great about that. Like I feel good that it would be competitive, but I think that they're just better right now. And I don't think that I would say that if we were 6 to 7 games in, right? Mm-hmm. I think the sample size is too small for me to say, man, yeah, we're a championship winning team. A lot of people think that it has to be this year. And I'm like, I mean, if you look at the D line, there's really like four of them that will leave. Omari Thomas, Bryson Eason, James Pierce, and there's one more, Dominic Bailey. Everybody else is a junior or below.
Mm-hmm. And I think their performance this year is going to aid in the recruiting of more people to come in to continue our depth.
That's the thing.
I disagree with it having to be this year. I think there may be a little bit of a fall off next year, but it won't be as big as people are thinking.
Now, let me say this, though. I do feel this way. I do feel that this year is playoffs or bust.
100%.
If we don't make the playoff, it was a failure. I do think that. I don't care about the SEC championship. I think that's going to be the hardest game to get into. Bro, like you got to literally be undefeated or one loss, which we could be, but I don't know how I feel about it, right? So the chat is going crazy. So I'm going to try to answer some of these. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them, so I'm sorry, y'all. But Dylan Elam says, we're stacking classes. This year is top 5. Next year may be top 3. It's a gradual climb, but it's right around the corner. Nico is just expediting the process. Very true. Very true. Right here, Lil Clout says, Georgia and Bama play in 2 weeks. Somebody is getting knocked off. I can't wait for that. That's our bye week, too. That's our bye week. I can't wait. Chris says, this defense is better than we have had in decades.
That's true.
Our DBs look for the ball instead of playing the wide receiver. Our D-line is deep. Our linebackers attack the play and tackle. Dylan, hot right here. The transfer portal is still there as well. Very true. Thanks. Very, very true. Lil Clout says defenses win championships and our D is championship worthy. I agree. Chris also says offense isn't a worry, so I feel we can play against the contenders as long as we stop them, which I feel great about. I feel great about this defense, man. I know it's 2 games, and I know we got a lot more competition to play, especially here in 2 weeks, but I like where we are right now, and what we look forward to is Saturday against the Kent State Golden Flashes. And y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, they ain't good. They suck. They're really bad. They got beat by a Pittsburgh team that is just not good. Pittsburgh beat them 55-24. Kent State just lost last week, guys, to St. Francis.
Yeah, who is that?
Ironically, they are the Red Flash. Is St. Francis. So the Red Flash beat the Golden Flashes. So do with that what you will, I guess.
But who is Kent State? They have a quarterback, Devin Cargman. He threw for 193 yards and a touchdown last week. But he was also replaced by his backup, Tommy Udalatowski, and he threw a touchdown pass as well last week. Here's the biggest stat for me. They only had 78 yards rushing against St. Francis.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. To be honest
To build on that, what you're saying.
That's bad, y'all.
Their average across all games last year was 2.9 per attempt. Their average this year is like 1.7 per attempt.
And to kind of put the icing on the cake really quickly about Kent State, they've lost 11 straight games dating back to last season.
This Saturday, it will be 362 days since they've won a game. And that was against Central Connecticut State University.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that before.
Have y'all noticed when like
I'm
teams
sorry.
start having a ton of names and they like they have a bunch of adjectives and stuff in their name, they typically are trash teams.
Trash.
Trash teams.
That's too many names.
I mean, think about it. Think about in actual big boy ball too. Notre Dame Fighting Irish, trash. Penn State Nittany Lions, trash. They like just get you two names and ride, bro. Just ride.
Yeah, I can understand.
They do have a
if you're
running
in
back.
Texas, and you're like the Central Texas, because that's a big state. You're in Connecticut. What do you mean Central Connecticut? Your state is tiny. What are you talking about?
They do have a running back, Kai Thomas, who's very athletic, can get around. But again, with 1.7 yards per carry, and what is he going to do this week? A couple receivers, Luke Floria and Krishan McCray. Kent State went just 2 for 14 on third down last week and had a total of 280 yards.
It's so bad.
I didn't even scout the defense because you lost to St. Francis. Like, I didn't even scout the defense, y'all. I'm being honest. Once I read the offensive stuff and I started to write it down, I just started laughing as I was writing. I was like, this is absolutely absurd. How do we find these teams and give them our money? Why? Like, one thing that I do think Tennessee needs to do better, we need better non-conference opponents. Like, I want to play teams that are good. Like, they ain't got to be great. Like, NC State, amazing. Good team, solid. They were ranked, right? But I'm even thinking of, like, why can't we play teams like Arizona or, like, I don't know, Washington State? Like, play, like, teams that actually have some type of brand. I'm tired of playing Kent State after you go play a big team and then you got to go strap up and lace your boots up and play OU, right? Like, let's just play.
It's because it's a week off. Gotta give him rest.
Know. I get it. And we need it. We need it big time. Cam Seldon, where is he at? Where's his progression? Right?
Is he the next Bari though?
I said that earlier. I said I think he's the next Jabari Small as far as shoulder injuries. Like, he's just going to be hurt. He's going to be hurt, and so be it. Deshaun Bishop is doing his thing, bro. Hey. What a play by Deshaun Bishop. Even on the pick six, he ran the guy down and tried to make a tackle.
He was close.
Effort.
3 yards short.
He is fast. Talking about Flash, he's going to take the name from them.
Hey, check this out right here. Lil Clout says it might as well be Tennessee versus Gibbs High School. It'd be better competition.
UTC
David Franklin
was better competition.
Bro, David Franklin, he ain't even waiting. He said 73-3. That would be Heupel's first 70 ball.
You really think we drop a 70 ball?
I'm not gonna say that, but Dylan Elam says I didn't even know they had football in Connecticut. Kent State doesn't score even on our third string, is what
That's
Chris
not out
says.
of the possibility. That's not out of the picture.
It is. Lil Clout says random, but D-Samp sure is filling those Alvin Kamara shoes. Absolutely. It's his favorite player, favorite Vol. That's why he switched to number 6. He's special, man. And so,
Beast.
like I told y'all, I didn't even scout the defense because you lost to St. Francis, but it is what it is. We're playing a really, really bad team. ESPN FPI has us as a 99 to their 1% chance of winning. Again, like I mentioned, y'all, the spread, and I'm about to double check to make sure it didn't change.
It was 49 before I hopped on.
It is 49. It is 49 right now.
Which if I'm NC State, I'm mad about because we beat them by 41. You're telling me Vegas only thinks they're 8 points better than Kent State?
God, bro.
Like,
you got to feel some type of way if you're NC State, bro. Shout out. Hey, hold on, y'all. Shout out to the man, David Franklin, becoming a member of the channel. Shout out to you, David. Y'all can be just like David, man. Y'all can be just like David. All you got to do, click a button. It's somewhere around here where I'm running my hand. All you got to do is join the channel. $2. You get to hop in our Discord channel. David, what I need you to do, I need you to hit us on Instagram at Straight Up Tennessee or on Facebook at Straight Up Tennessee. Shoot us a message. We'll add you into our Discord server where we chop it up literally all day on all things Tennessee. So that's some things that you get, man. When you hop into the Straight Up Tennessee family, you truly become a part of the family. And so we want to get that link over to you, man. Shout out right here to my man Adrian dropping the 5. He says game predictions: 6 sacks, 2 picks, 2 fumbles, 300 yards rushing. OU early prediction 48-21.
Oh, we skipping
Adrian
Kent
is
State.
feeling it.
We skipping Kent State. Hey, 48-21. That's a dub, though.
Oh wow,
I'd take that.
I'd take that too. Give that
For
to me.
sure.
Shout out to Adrian, man. Always coming in here dropping that cash. So, y'all just looking ahead. Adrian did it. Let's talk a little bit about it right now.
Adrian got that bag.
Yeah, Klaus says Adrian got that bag. Looking ahead, what does Tennessee genuinely have to do though to go to Norman? Now, as everyone saw on Monday, they released that game time. It's no longer a flex time. It has been named 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, prime time. SEC on ABC. Tennessee heads to Norman. This is gonna be wild, bro.
It'll be a test, man. It'll be a test for our offense.
I think it starts this week. Yeah. It really does. Not with them looking ahead and skipping Kent State, but we can't sleepwalk into this game and have Nico playing into the fourth quarter or something crazy like that. Like, get up big, get off the field, keep everyone healthy, move on with our lives.
I don't really want to see Nico play the whole first half, to be honest.
No.
Like, I know he will. I know that's just hypo, man. Like, he wants to get reps. Reps matter. They do matter. But in a game like this, they don't matter. The biggest thing, me and Turn talk about this all the time, every single year, ever since we started this, I go back to 2022, game 3. The one thing that we said was we have to get out of Akron with no injuries. Well, Cedric Tillman gets injured in that third game on just a freak kind of catch. The DB kind of low cuts him.
What quarter was that?
Second. Might have been first. I can't remember. But that is, we have to get out of Knoxville on Saturday. No injuries. No injuries at all.
I'm 100%. I'm reading in the comments. I'm 100% with Dylan. I think for us to have success in the Oklahoma game, we're gonna have to get if we win the toss, give us the ball, and we're gonna have to score. We're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to take the crowd aspect out of it because the crowd's gonna be crazy. Just to be honest.
Dylan specifically says the only thing I'm worried about with the Oklahoma game is the crowd. We can't start slow like we did against NC State. We are better than OU, and we have to walk in there and play like it. I love clout, bro. Boomer Sooner. David said, no social media. I'm old. Just wanted to show some love. Man, shout out to David, man. Shout out to the man.
We love that, David.
Adrian says College Game Day and SEC Nation will be there. Do y'all think so? I think game day for sure. If they
Game
double
day
up
will be.
again, hey, bro, if they double up again, bro, I'm telling y'all, this will be the game of the year. It's early in the year, right? Because the next week, Georgia and Alabama play.
Yeah, I will tell you a key factor to the Oklahoma game. I think we got to, just going off the NC State game, and we won by 41. I'm not complaining, but we got to capitalize on, like, if we get a pick or we get a fumble or a turnover on downs or whatever, and we're on the opposite side, the 50, we got to get 6. You can't get a fumble on the 25 and kick a field goal. I'm sorry.
No,
not if you
none
want
of
to
that.
win games. Not if you want to win big games.
No, and I would even go the extra mile, and we gotta, every opportunity, bro. We gotta have it. I can't kick field goals until the end of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's 41-40, like now let's get down there and kick field goals. But man, we gotta score tutties. Period.
We gotta get after Jackson. Realistically on defense, we've got to have him feeling it the way McCall was feeling it. Jackson Arnold is a much better quarterback than Grayson McCall. So we've got to get pressure, sacks, hits, all that early and often in that game.
Did you see what Houston did to them?
I did. I would be watching that tape if I was us.
Boy, it was nasty. It was nasty. I think the number one thing that has to get better is 2-minute offense.
Yes.
It's terrible right now. And it's not even that it's not play calls. I'm so tired of hearing people talk about the play calling in the 2-minute. No, every time we get into the opportunity to do something, we get called for a penalty, holding, illegal formation, illegal man downfield. Like something dumb happens and it puts us back. And when that happens, the drive is over, man. Like Heupel's not going to put his foot on the gas anymore. We got to clean that. Those are things that we can clean up ourselves. That's all. Mm-hmm. Player focused issues, not play calling, bro. We got to stop that. Oh, check this out. Talking about how Jackson Arnold was shook if Houston plays a 3-3-5. Jackson Arnold was shook all game. Yeah, it was bad. He played bad. And their offensive line was getting torched.
Honestly, keys to the game, one of the keys to the game on defense is the same as it was for NC State. If we can shut down the run with 4 or 5 and get pressure with 4 or 5 and have people dropping back in the secondary, I don't see them beating us, to be honest with you.
No, I agree with you. It's gonna be crazy. So the boy turn is bouncing off, but we're gonna finalize right now. We're gonna wrap the show. Go ahead, chat. Drop all of your early score predictions right now. Go ahead, drop them in. C2 on a Monday. It's early. How do you feel Tennessee Kent State on a Monday?
Y'all know I've been going crazy on my predictions, but they've been proving me pretty right so far. I'm going 75-6.
Oh gosh.
I think here's why. I have reasons why. I think even after we pull out Nico, I think Gaston Moore has something to prove after that UTC game where he did not play well. And I think he comes out and proves it. And honestly, the 6 is me being generous to Kent State because the only 2 positive things I found about them is they've only committed 6 penalties so far. And a few years ago, they changed their mascot from the Flashers, which sounds like someone getting arrested in a newspaper article. Those are the only 2 positives I found. So the 6 points is generous.
Term. I can't. Go ahead, Term. I can't say anything. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna say 63-0. 63 to zilch.
Man, y'all got way more faith than Ruck right now. It's okay though, and I'm gonna get there because y'all gonna hear my. I already got my score for next week. It's gonna bless you, but I think Tennessee wins 55-0. 55-0. 55-0 this week. I might stick with that. Let's see what the chat says. Wes says Oklahoma did not run the ball well. Adrian says 72-10. Wes McLaughlin says 66-0. Dylan says 74-3. Belt. Oh God. Clout says 56-3. Vols. Cloud also says, I'll have what C2 is having. Chris, 67-0. Dylan also says Navy Schuler is going to be tossing tutties by the end of this game.
He can't get injured, though.
Oh,
okay,
my.
Okay, David.
David
I'll have what
Franklin,
David's having.
David Franklin said 80-0 Tennessee. Y'all, I got to hold on. Vols time right here says 55-6. Y'all, listen, I'm gonna end the show before I say something. Noah James, 70-0.
God. I mean, I'm 63-0, but man, 70 is just a different. That's just
bro. 70 is different, bro. That's literally college football 25.
Nico is upset about how he played against NC State. Gaston's upset about how he played against UTC. It's gonna be Bomb City.
Oh Jesus!
For us to score in the 70s, we're gonna have to have 350 on the ground.
And we're gonna have to have 50 in the first half. We're gonna have to have 50 in the first half.
In the first half.
Legit. We had 45 against UTC. So anything can happen. You already know what to do, man. It's been the Monday rundown. Who is Kent State? Hope y'all enjoyed tapping in with us tonight. Had the boys with us, man. It's gonna be a great week. We can't wait, man. We'll be back live on Friday. Actually, we won't be live, but you'll get a video on Friday. On the One More Day. It's going to be a great time. We'll talk more about Kent State, but y'all know on Friday, we really are going to talk more about Oklahoma. We'll still do keys to victory, Vol shots, pump the gas, hit the brakes. We have everything coming down the pipe this week. Stay locked in on Instagram at Straight Up Tennessee. A lot of content coming this week as well. And let's get ready for the Kent State Golden Flashes on Saturday. It's going to be a fun game. We're going to enjoy watching, hopefully, these 70-point scores. This is nuts. But until Friday, y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a show. For my guy Turn, for my boy C2, you already know, man, it's your boy Ruck in the building, and it is Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you back on Friday morning for the One More Day episode.